Division property of exponents. Now, when we were multiplying, we added them. So what do you think we would do when we divide? Yes, we subtract them. Very good, you're so intuitive. 8 to the 6th over 8 to the 14th. There are ways to do this. 8 to the 6th is if you had 6 A's on top. 8 to the 14th would be if you had 14 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, that's obnoxious. And you're like, oh, we can simplify. We can cross off A for an A, 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 A for an A. Did I cross off the correct amount? Yes. So we have nothing on top. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 A's on the bottom. A to the 8th. When you have a place filler on fractions, you got to put a 1. So this is 1 over 8 to the 8th. That is the correct answer. But you don't want to have to write 58 B's on the same line, right? Do the more efficient way. So you can simply subtract the exponents. 6 minus 14, which is negative 8. And then you're like, oh, I can't have negative exponents, so I put it under a 1 and make it positive. That's another way. The Josh Plant way, the hillbilly way, is to say, are there more on top or on the bottom? And you're like, did he just call me a moron? No, listen. I said more space on. Come on. So there are more in the denominator, right? There's 14 down there. So subtract them still, but then they end up where there were more. So there are more on the bottom, so keep them on the bottom. 14 minus 6 gives you 8 that way. Okay? All 3 ways, you get the same answer. But to me, that's the most efficient way. So this one. C's. I have negative 1 on top. I have positive 5 on the bottom. So are there more on top or on the bottom? There's more on the bottom. So we will be subtracting them. We are doing 5 minus negative 1. We'll get to that in a second. D's. I have D to the positive 3rd over D to the negative 4th. So there are more on top. That is where they will remain. We have to subtract 3 minus negative 4. Minus negative. What happens with minus negative? It means you're really adding positive. So 3 minus negative 4 is the same as 3 plus 4, which is 7. 5 minus negative 1 is really 5 plus 1, which is 6. So there were 6 more C's in the denominator. There were 7 more D's in the numerator.